Today is June 19th, 2015. I'm Jahquay Hyles, the interviewer for this session, talking with Cody's great aunts, and we're going to be learning a little bit about them and their lives today. And here we have Cody's eldest great aunt. Is that correct?
That's right.
All right. And there's three great aunts that we'll be talking to today on Cody Hyles side of the family, maiden name Cody Kendricks. And so we're going to begin the interview. It is the time
6:40. 7:40.
It is 7:40 p.m. and this interview now begins. And I have with me here today your name,
Mary Duncan.
And Mary, how, if you don't mind me asking, what year? Oh, okay. How old are you?
94.
94 years old. That's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
And what year were you born, Mary?
June the 10th, 1921.
June the 10th, 1921. Wow. And who is your mother and your father?
Fanny Davis. My mother was Fanny Davis, and my father was Flavis Davis.
And do you remember your mother's maiden name?
I don't think she had one.
Jewel.
She said, okay, I thought she said middle name.
Oh, no, her maiden
My
name.
maiden name, Jewel, okay.
Her last name was Jewel?
It was, a maiden name was Jewel.
Jewel, okay.
Jewel.
Okay. And do you know your grandmother and grandfather's names? On either
My
side?
My grandmother's name was, for my mother's side,
Yes.
was Caroline.
Caroline.
Caroline, well, that's what they call it. Caroline, Jewel. No, Cloud. Well, no, Jewel. Yeah, because that's dad's mama name, maiden name, Mama Shrip. That's what you saw name was Jewel. Okay.
And do you remember her husband's name?
My father,
Yes. Grandfather.
Flavis Davis.
Flavis Davis.
Uh-huh.
His middle name was Fletcher.
Fletcher? Okay. All right. And now I'm going to go on to your sister, the second eldest great aunt.
Well, I'm not the old second.
You're not the second?
I'm the fifth one.
Yeah, well, you the second oldest
I'm
here.
the second one here.
Oh, you're the second oldest here. Okay.
Yeah.
Down the line.
Okay. So what are all the names?
Well, Elizabeth.
The one whether alive or dead.
Alive or dead?
Some of them are passed away.
That's okay. If you can just...
Don't die.
Maybe start-
Elizabeth was the second one. Persephone, she's still alive. She's in a nursing home.
Mm-hmm.
And Evangeline, she died when she was 33, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And that was her grandmother.
And then oh, wait a minute. Then me. Then me. I'm at Monia.
Mm-hmm.
And then Bernice, she died. She's after me.
Mm-hmm.
And then Faye.
And then Johnny.
And then Johnny?
Yeah.
Finally a boy, huh?
No, it's a girl.
Oh, it's a girl. Oh, you did say that. So I was like, oh, okay, finally a boy. Okay. Johnny is a girl. Okay.
And she's the youngest, and she'll be 80 in January.
Wow. That is amazing. Well, Cody, you will live to be 120.
86 on the 11th.
86?
The 11th of August.
You guys all look way younger than what your ages are. That's interesting. That's really cool. That's interesting. Okay, and what year were you born?
August 11th, 1929.
August 11th, 1929.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and what number are you in the order of your siblings?
I think I'm fifth.
Fifth. Okay. Okay.
Well, if you count her twin, that she...
I had a twin sister.
You had a twin sister. Oh wow.
Died right after birth.
Okay.
Martha.
Her name was
Martha.
Martha?
Mary and Martha.
Mary Martha.
My name was Mary. Her was Martha.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So if you count her, then I guess I'm the sixth. Yeah.
That would be accurate.
Yeah. Cause one is the seventh.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay. All right, and since I got most of the information already, the basic information from you, I'll move on to. And what order are you? That's fine.
Who am I?
The order.
Oh,
You're the number.
if we count,
Hello.
if we count,
But we making
Martha,
the boy
Martha.
recording of the million play with the
Bonnie would have been the 7th. That would have been the 8th.
Ah.
Oh no. Found fat man dead in his house. Okay.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.
Gosh, I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
I'm so sorry. I would have been the 8th child,
Mhm.
and
And you go ahead and state your name.
I already did it.
Oh, go ahead. Go again. You
Okay,
say your
fine.
name again.
Okay, and Flavors,
Mhm.
named after my father because he didn't have any sons,
Okay.
so he called me Junior right up until the day he died.
Oh, okay.
That's where your grandfather, Cody, that's where he got to calling me Junior.
Okay. Huh.
I was born on December 10th, 1932.
Mhm.
So that makes me, I tend to forget my age. I don't want to be 82.
Huh?
I'm 82.
You will be.
I will be in December.
In December. And your birthday in December?
Yes, December 10th,
And the year you were born?
1932.
1932.
Oh, wait a minute. You'll be 83. Well, that's right. Yeah, and I said 82 because I'm 3 years older than you.
Okay. Okay. And so let's start at the beginning, as much as you all can remember, and if you could, where were, I guess, tell me about how your mother and father met, if that's possible. Do you guys know how they met?
She was a missionary and he was a minister, traveling, going from place to place,
Mm-hmm.
and that's how they met.
She said the church put them together.
The church
Said
put
the church put them together.
They did.
Okay, okay. And where did they kind of settle when they first had you? Where did they first kind of settle when they had you? So I guess where were you born?
Memphis, Tennessee.
Memphis, Tennessee. Okay. And is that where all of you were born?
All those that are here. No, she was born
No,
in
I was born in
Detroit.
I was the
Detroit.
last one born in Tennessee.
Oh, you're the last one born in
We
Tennessee.
moved to Michigan.
And then you moved to Michigan. Do you remember what brought them to Michigan?
My daddy had this church, and the bishop sent him to Detroit to run this church.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
Interesting.
the church waited for him in Detroit to be a pastor.
And it was during the depression started right after he had to give it up because of the depression,
Mm-hmm.
and I guess the church couldn't support him.
No, they couldn't. But they didn't have nothing either. It was a bad time.
Right.
So we moved here in 1931.
31.
And how old were you when you moved to Detroit?
It started in 29. That's when the big fall came.
They called it the Big Fall?
That's what we call it, the depression. When all the banks went, everything went broke. People lost all their money.
The first depression,
In the
stock market
1929.
crashed in October of the year I was born,
Mm-hmm.
and then everything just went to the banks failed. Everything just went to hell.
Huh.
You didn't know about the Great Depression?
Well, I know about the Great Depression, but I don't know from your perspective, right? So I know that things were bad. I know that money was tight, and
No,
things were
No, not money was tight. There was no money.
Bank
right.
broke.
There's no money, and which meant it was difficult to get food. There's no jobs.
And there was soup lines.
Soup lines and soup kitchens. Yep, I've heard about that. But I've always learned about it from the Caucasian's perspective, right? So in school, when we were taught about the Great Depression, and they show pictures, and whenever they show pictures, it'll be all Caucasians. So learning from the perspective of people we come from, African Americans, I really don't have too much insight into that. I can see some of the effects later on. Like one of the things my mom would always do is save. She saves everything almost, you know. Use aluminum foil, and she'll save it to use it again. And I'm like, Mom, why you do that? Well, my mom did that. And then when I learned about what age her mom grew up in, the time of her mom, that's right around the time of the Great Depression, right? So for me, it was like, oh, okay, things are starting to make sense, right? Why you save so much stuff. But other than that, I really don't have too much knowledge about that time. So to hear people call it the Big Fall, or you all even to call it the Big Fall, that's enlightening to me.
That's what I called it. It started in 1929 and just got progressively worse. It didn't lighten up until 1941 when Pearl Harbor. That's when things started getting better. Because doing the started making war material and airplanes and things for the war, and things got better.
Mm-hmm.
That's when the middle class became. Mm-hmm. But you know, I can remember. I remember the day she was born, and me and the sister, just younger than me, and her grandmother, we had whooping cough.
Whooping cough? I've heard of the whooping cough.
And
what is that?
Oh God, it is horrible.
It's a cold, like a cold.
But you can't stop coughing, right? And it.
No, when you would go,
get out of breath.
You can't breathe. But anyway, it kills young people. So my mother was going to have her at home.
Her
so
flavors.
She hid us. She hid the three of us that had whooping cough. And the nurse, after she after she was born, she let us come and see her. And oh, that was the prettiest thing I done. I was 3 years old. And the nurse saw us, and she called, and the ambulance came and took us to it's like a county hospital, and we were there for months.
So let me ask you, what made your mom want to hide you?
Because if she had seen us,
the nurse had seen you,
she wouldn't have been able to stay home and have that baby.
They would have took her to the hospital.
Right, and then what happened to the other kids?
They took her to Herman Kiefer.
So they took us to Herman Kiefer.
Herman Kiefer?
Herman Kiefer Hospital.
Okay.
In Detroit. And
let me ask you this. I'm sorry to interrupt. Just to get context and understanding, was the nurse a black woman? Was she a white woman?
She was a white woman.
Okay.
But the nurse, they even turned the siren on. We were screaming. And I can't remember too much about when I was in the hospital. I was just 3. And they called me Little Miss Sunshine. They called her grandmother the cloudy weather, and she was crying all the time. And
She wanted to be home with Mama.
Right. Absolutely.
And the one just younger than me, she was just like, I was about a year and a half older than her. And whenever they asked her anything, she'd say no. So they called her Miss No.
Miss No.
Yeah, but we were in isolation and we were in cribs, and I couldn't even walk when I got home. But
why couldn't you walk?
Because they had me in a crib. I was in a crib.
They kept you in a crib that long? They didn't let you out and walk around?
I don't remember.
Wow. So you're 3 years old, and by the time you got home, you couldn't walk anymore.
Yeah, because we were there for months. Van came home first. That was her grandmother. Then I came home, and I remember the day I came home. Before, when we would start coughing, Mama had it was a fireplace in the house, and she had a bucket of cardboard box with sand with ashes in it, and we would run until we throw up. and when we got home, she told them to help me to the table, and I said no, I can walk. Of course, I failed. I failed. I couldn't walk.
Wow.
I had to learn to walk again. But
And what made them release you guys to go home?
well, when we got over the whooping cough they call it.
How did you get over it? Was it medicine that they had to give you, or?
I don't remember them giving me any medicine.
Wow.
I was only
No,
3.
no, it wasn't. I don't think it was in the medicine they could give.
I don't think it
Because
was.
if you did, you're gonna bring it right back up. Because it was you cough and cough and cough till you get vomit.
And you go,
Wow.
that's why they call it.
And that's why they call it a whooping, like a whooping crane. And they call it whooping cough, and we call it whooping cough.
And it strangles you.
Wow.
Some kids die from it. They don't make it.
Wow.
Bad.
And how many of you had it?
The 3 of us had it.
All 3 of you?
No, her grandmother,
Okay.
me,
And her grandmother's name is
Evangeline,
Evangela.
Carolyn Evangeline, and then me, and then the youngest sister, the one just younger than me, her name was Bernice.
Okay.
She's dead. She
Mhm.
died.
Mhm.
But the rest of the sisters didn't have it.
Wow. And they just took all 3 of you away. Did your mom, was she able to come visit you all, or?
I don't remember her coming because they wouldn't have let her. They wouldn't have let her in anyway. We were in isolation.
Oh, okay. Now it's contagious?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's highly contagious.
Highly contagious. Wow.
And I can remember Ernest had it, and I was taking care of him, and he was bowels was running and he vomiting, and I was pregnant. Oh, Lizzie was up in White Cloud, marooned. Remember she was up there?
We couldn't
Wow.
get home.
So after you guys came home, was your father there?
I don't know. I was only 3.
He said, what?
Was your father? Your father?
Was my father there?
Yes.
Yeah, he was there.
Wow. So the nurse just basically called the hospital and said, "Hey, you got people here with the whooping cough."
That baby.
Mm-hmm.
If she had got it, she wouldn't have made it.
Mhm.
So they were trying to take the one that was ill away until they got better, and she got able to be old enough to stand.
Was this I guess at that time they might have called this an integrated hospital?
I have to read the lip, so you have to let that thing.
Oh,
down.
I'm sorry. I said, was this an integrated hospital, meaning where black people and white people could stay?
Everybody would be there, the black
It
and
was a
white.
county
It
hospital.
was a county hospital. Okay. All right. And then, so now, was this taking place in Detroit or just before it was in Tennessee?
In Detroit.
In Detroit. Okay. Wow.
In fact, I saw something about Herman Keeper on the news yesterday.
Oh, it's still around.
Oh no,
Yeah,
it's vacant, but it's
Yeah, that's what I thought.
it's just in perfect shape. And this man wants to buy it and
Mhm.
make. I don't know. It's real big.
Mhm.
I mean, it's huge.
Yeah, they turned it to a TB hospital for a while, didn't they? When people with tuberculosis hit.
I don't know.
Turned it to a sanitarium, like.
Okay. And so, tell me a little bit about now. You guys are 3 at that time, or you were 3 at that time, and some time had passed. Did you guys go to school in Detroit?
No, I didn't
Mhm.
because we went to Memphis. We traveled on my 5th birthday.
Mm-hmm.
And when we got down there, the older sisters went to school, but they don't have a kindergarten. Well, they didn't have a kindergarten, so I couldn't go. I had to get 6.
Mm-hmm.
And then we came back to Michigan, and it was too late for me to register. I think we came back in the spring,
Mm-hmm.
and so I was 6 when I had to go to kindergarten.
Mm-hmm.
And the schools were. It was awful. We didn't have books. They would give the white kids new books, and we get the kids old books.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them was pages torn, the back was off, and it was one. I knew this kid's name because I kept getting his book, and then we would have to sit 2 to a desk.
Mm-hmm.
And once in a while, we might get 2 or 3 new books. But I don't know.
How big was the school? Was it like a single room
Well,
schoolhouse, or?
Well, I didn't go to school in Detroit. My sisters did.
Okay.
We moved to Inkster,
Inkster.
and that's where I started.
That's in Michigan?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
It's a suburb of well, I actually, after you leave Detroit, you go to Dearborn, East Dearborn, West Dearborn, then Inkster.
Okay.
And that's where I started the school.
Okay.
And Henry Ford,
And how old were you when you started school there?
6,
You 6?
in the kindergarten.
And so how old were you?
She wasn't going to school.
I wasn't born yet.
You weren't born yet?
He wasn't even born.
Oh.
Yeah, she was born.
It's 6. That's right.
Yeah, I was born.
How old were you then? If she was 6?
When she was 6?
Yeah, when she was 6, how old were you?
3. I would have been 3.
Oh, you've been 3. Do you remember anything around that time? Because you have an amazing memory to remember when you were 3. I remember when I was like 4. I just remember the way our basement looked. It was yellow when I was 3. But other than that, I have no memories of being about 3. So that's interesting.
My mother thought I was this. I kept telling her I remember when she was born. And finally, I told her, the nurse, she seemed like she was really tall.
Oh, I'm
I was
sure.
3, and I can remember she had a white, and she had a basin. I guess it was like wash basin.
Water basin.
In her hand when she saw us.
Mm-hmm.
I can remember that. And I can remember them taking us to the hospital
Mm-hmm.
because we were all screaming and they were
And I was
running.
crying. All was crying. We didn't want war.
And they had the siren going, but it didn't stop us. We were just away from mama.
Wow. And you said it was months, but you don't know how
Oh,
long.
I don't remember. I remember it was spring.
Oh, how cute.
It was warm.
Did the seasons change
It was warm.
when you went?
No, we went on her birthday, December the 10th.
Oh, when you came out, it was warm.
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't know how
She
long
was born
it
in
took.
January. She was born in December. And so they had to stay at least 3 months or more before they could come home.
Right.
So that whooping cough lasts a long time. It hangs in there, and when it leaves you, it's still left with a small cough, but it didn't take their breath away
Right.
like they did from the beginning. It
Let's
had
talk
to
about something else
gradually
now.
wear away.
I mean, you know, I don't mind. Whatever you guys want to talk about, whatever comes to mind, whatever you can remember.
My daddy went to work at Ford's.
At Ford.
Henry Ford. And I don't care what nobody say about him being prejudiced or whatever. He built schools for us in Inkster.
Nice going.
And he had a
commissary.
the commissary, but that was run by we were married to brothers. We were the 2 of us.
Okay.
Both of the Golden.
Okay.
And their grandfather.
Oh, and can you back up for a commissary? Only time I've ever heard of commissary is in terms of a prison.
I'm trying to tell you now
Oh,
what
okay.
it is.
Okay. I'm sorry.
It's a store
Uh-huh.
where you can get food, clothes, shoes,
Free.
everything. No, it was not free.
Mama
Daddy-
paid for that?
No,
Daddy had
that's
a-
free. They put it on Daddy's bill.
Oh,
when
I
he get paid,
didn't know
he does it
that.
out of his paycheck.
Daddy had a badge. It looked like a police badge with a number on it.
Mm-hmm.
And that was what he would show, and that's how we got food. And
And he built this?
Henry Ford, yeah,
Henry Ford built it?
yeah,
Okay.
and he built Lincoln School, and he built
Mm-hmm. And the purpose of a commissary was to just kind of help the community, or?
it. We were so
It was for everybody.
It was
in
just